Hello and welcome to the Daily Fantasy Sports Picks and Bets Show. I am Ethan Kershaw, Daily Fantasy Soccer analyst, and today I'll be bringing you a two-game slate on DraftKings for Champions League Soccer. The first two games that we have that we're going to be talking about today are going to be Real Madrid versus Liverpool, and then the other game we've got Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund. But before we jump into those picks and those bets, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Mayo Media Network and head on over to his channel and check out all the awesome videos and content that he's producing right now. Some really awesome stuff. Also, you can head on over to Twitter and follow me at EthanKershaw9, where I'll be providing various daily fantasy soccer updates for you and also helping you out with your lineups. Also, make sure to subscribe to Daily Fantasy Sports Picks and Bets, The Mix, wherever you get your podcasts from. Go ahead and leave a 5-star review as well. It really helps the channel out. Really appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the picks and bets that we have for you today. Now, this slate has some relatively inexpensive players on it. In the first games from these teams, we saw Manchester City beat Borussia Dortmund 2-1. So we know Dortmund are needing goals in this game, but they will be without one of their biggest contributors from that last game in Marco Reus. In the other game, in Real Madrid and Liverpool, we saw Real Madrid really control this game, really be able to score goals and play great defense against Liverpool. And so we know that Liverpool are needing goals in this game. There's a couple of options I got for you today that are going to be fantastic ones to help you guys win some money this week. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the slate. The first forward we're going to be talking about today is going to be Mohamed Salah at 8.5K. Now, Mohamed Salah has been fantastic recently. He's had a goal in each of his last 4 Champions League games, and he's had multiple shots with at least a tackle won in all of those games as well. The fact that Liverpool is really needing goals in this game means that he'll be pushing really far up the field with a lot of opportunities for crosses, a lot of opportunities for shots on goal, which are things that really get you points for DK scoring. Also, another thing I really love about Mohamed Salah is that he's on the penalties for the team. So if there is a penalty in this game, which is very possible, he'll be the one to take it. The reason I say it's possible for them to get a penalty in this game is because Real Madrid will be without their 2 top center backs in this game, Rafael Varane and Sergio Ramos, who earlier in the week actually contracted COVID. So they will be out. Also, a great thing about Mohamed Salah is he's also sometimes involved in the free kicks for the team, along with Trent Alexander-Arnold. With all of that opportunity to be able to score or even get an assist, I love forming your team around him and Kevin De Bruyne this week at his cheap price of 8.5K. All right, and then just another forward that's up there as well in price, but I think well worth it, is going to be Karim Benzema. Lately, he hasn't been doing fantastic. However, before this last game that they played against Liverpool, he had 3 goals in 2 games, and he's also had 3 or more shots in every single Champions League game he started this year, with 2 of those shots at least being on goal. The fact that he gets a lot of shots on goal makes me believe that on the counter, he's going to be the man for Real Madrid to look at. Now, they got Marco Asensio and Vinicius Jr. on the wings, crossing balls into the box to him. He's really a bigger player, and more of a target man, but he's always in the right position, kind of like a mini Lewandowski. I'm not saying he's as great as Lewandowski this year, but he has been very productive, getting a lot of fantasy points. I think he gets back to that scoring for the high amount of fantasy points that he can offer you this week against Liverpool. Also, a slightly lower option as well for the Manchester City game is going to be Riyad Mahrez. I love Manchester City. I'm a big fan of their team, but it's also very difficult to tell who's going to be starting for their team. Their head coach, Pep Guardiola, loves to switch up their lineup, but something I love about Riyad Mahrez is he's been starting lately in the squad, and he's had an assist in each of the last 2 Champions League games, while also having a total of 6 shots and 8 total crosses in those games. He's also live to take free kicks every now and then, involved with sometimes with De Bruyne. So I think that just adds more of an upside and more of a ceiling to his value for your team this week. And at 7.8K, he's not extremely expensive, not going to break the bank for you. I think he's a pretty good lower end value play. A little bit even lower than that is going to be Marco Asensio for Real Madrid, who will likely be playing at the right wing or the left wing position for Real Madrid in this game. Now, Vinicius Jr. for Real Madrid really soaked up all the scoring and all the goals for Madrid, but I think in this game, it's going to be more of a Benzema and Asensio show. Before this last game, Vinicius hadn't been extremely consistent, and I really expect Asensio to control the game. Asensio isn't as fast of a player as Vinicius is, but he has scored in each of the last 2 Champions League games with a total of 7 shots in those games. I think he's going to benefit from the up-top play of Benzema and Vinicius Jr. in this game, and then he's also had a total of 22 crosses in 6 Champions League games started. The fact that he's going to be able to be up top and forcing the ball forward with opportunities across the ball into the box really gives me great hope that he'll be able to add a lot of value and a lot of points to your team this week at a cheaper price of 7K. Let's go ahead and jump into the midfield options. First, for Manchester City, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin De Bruyne at 9.5K. Now, he is the most expensive player on the slate, but he's well worth it. He's had 1 goal or 2 assists in every Champions League game this year. You know he's going to be involved with corners, free kicks, and penalties as well if there is one. Manchester City have been switching penalty takers, but Kevin De Bruyne really has been the most consistent one. I think if there is a penalty, he'll be the one to take it. He's also had multiple shots or 3 or more crosses in every single Champions League game, and he's likely going to be playing at a striker position in kind of a false 9 formation where he's either a center attacking mid or a striker up at the forward position, going to be moving forward. A lot of shots on goal, a lot of crosses for Kevin De Bruyne is something I expect out of him because Sergio Aguero was recently injured, will not be playing in this game, and Gabriel Jesus has been left out of the starting lineup a lot lately. So I think he is probably the best option on the slate this week, an awesome player to start and build your team around. At a lower priced option this week, we've got Phil Foden, his teammate, at 7.9K, and Foden has scored or assisted in the last 2 games. Foden has looked really, really good, really, really fresh. He's playing with a lot of aggressiveness and a lot of passion lately, and it's something that Pep has really noticed and has been getting Foden really involved with the starting lineup lately. It's possible he even plays at a left wing position, replacing Raheem Sterling, and if that's the case, he will have a fantastic opportunity to get an assist or a goal in this game. Also, another thing with Phil Foden is that he's had multiple shots in 3 of the last 4 Champions League games, and he's averaging almost a total of an astounding 6 crosses over the last 6 games. So he's going to be very consistent in getting the ball into the box for you. And he's also recently been playing 90 minutes every game, which is something very important about midfielders with Manchester City, seeing as a lot of times they tend to be substituted off. Alright, and let's go ahead and dip down now to our last midfield option. It's going to be a value play here for you today with Luka Modric at 4.8K for Real Madrid. Now, something I love about Luka Modric is that he has assisted in each of the last 3 games for Real Madrid. He's been kind of quiet, but he's been very consistent, providing a floor of about 9 points and then a ceiling of about 15 points for you over the last 4 games. And he also averages a shot and a cross in each game, and he's had 4 tackles won and 5 passes intercepted in the last 2 games. Lately, he's been playing 90 minutes, and he's been having a lot of opportunity in the heart of the midfield position. I think with Liverpool needing to score goals in this game and pushing the ball forward quite a bit, he's going to be doing a bit of defending. But if Real Madrid is able to attack on the counter, he's likely able to send some balls forward for Vinicius, Benzema, and Asensio, as we had mentioned, to get a goal in this game. I love his price at 4.8K. Fantastic value play. Put him in your lineups. And then let's go ahead and jump now to Defenders, where we're going to be talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold at 6.5K. Now, I get it, Alexander-Arnold's pretty expensive on this slate. He usually is every week, and the last couple games have been, well, pretty disappointing. But this week, I think he gets back on track. Like we had talked about, Liverpool will be pushing the ball forward quite a bit in this game, and I really like them to get a lot of corners in this game, which is fantastic news for Trent Alexander-Arnold, as he does take all of the corners for Liverpool. He's also going to be involved with free kicks, and so I think that with all of that opportunity, it's going to amount to a lot of value for Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's had a total of 32 crosses in the 7 Champions League games he's played this year. Just because of the fact that they're needing goals in this game and opportunity, I love his price at 6.5K. And then also another option that you can kind of play off of to counteract the expensive price of Trent Alexander-Arnold if you're looking to fit a couple people in, we've got Nacho at 3K. Now, Nacho is going to be replacing Sergio Ramos, as he did last game. He's a very cheap punt play at defender, but he and Eder Militao will likely be starting in this game. And then a nice thing about Nacho, just kind of adding upside to him, is that he's had 5 fouls drawn and 4 intercepted passes in the last 2 games. Other than that, there's not much else value, but I think that there's a lot of opportunity for him to be defending in this game with Liverpool needing goals. Militao also a fantastic option to start in your lineups, as he's at 2.8k, and Akanji as well at center back at 2.5k. Also, those guys are just kind of cheap punt plays where you can kind of throw them into your lineup and start these other more expensive players. I'm talking about expensive players. The most expensive goalkeeper on the slate this week is going to be Ederson for Manchester City. Even though he's really expensive, I really like him because the team has won all but one Champions League game, and he's had a clean sheet in all but 2 of those games. So in this game, you know he's going to be needing to make saves. I think that Borussia Dortmund are always live to score a goal, especially with Erling Haaland at striker. And last game, it was kind of iffy. Erling Haaland looked like he was completely destroying Ruben Dias at center back for Man City. But I think that Pep's smart enough to be able to figure out Erling Haaland, really put all the defensive pressure on him, as Marco Reus won't be playing in this game. Love Ederson to get a good output for you in this game. Also, let's go ahead and jump now to some of the bets that we have. Some of the bets I was able to find were some pretty good bets. Obviously, I think that City has a fantastic chance to win this game to 0, and if they do that, you can find that bet at plus 220. Like I said, Erling Haaland can always score in this game. Someone can always pop up and score for Borussia Dortmund, but I think it's a better bet than not that they win this game to 0 at plus 220. Also, another bet that I found for the other game would be Real Madrid to win and both teams to score at plus 440, or if you want to go with more of a tie, I feel like it's either going to be Real Madrid to win by 1 goal or a tie in this game, and you can find a tie in both teams to score at plus 350. Which are some fantastic bets for you to go ahead and to bet. All right, that will be all for the video today. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button on the video and head on over to Mayo Media Network and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to leave a 5-star review on the audio podcast. And then head on over to Twitter and follow me at EthanKershaw9, where I can help you out with your DFS soccer lineups. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys cash some lineups this week. Good luck and have a fantastic weekend.